Okay.
In her book, The Portable Therapist, in 1992, Susanna
McMahon. McMahon.
Allen explains that self-confidence is a way of being in the world that allows you to know yourself and to take care of yourself. Mary Wilford in 2013 says that it's about being
Just
aware.
1 second, May, please. Najus, I can't not write a message because I am on my phone, but I can tell you that we are not listening to you. It's okay because we are listening to May, okay? So Najus, you don't have your microphone on for the moment, okay? So May, please, could you read for us, please? Yes, you continue, huh? Mm-hmm.
Mary Wilford in 2013 says that it's about being aware of when we're struggling and having the strength to commit to doing something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Annie Refer in 2014 asserts that self-confidence involves self-respect and having the courage to tell the truth about who you are, what you like,
Yes.
what you believe.
Mm-hmm. Just 1 second, May, please. Uh, can I read too? Of course, Malek, but not for the moment. Huh? So I will just set some rules for our course because we're not accustomed to it. So each time I say, so I will ask you please to start writing some important information about the definition of self confidence. Okay. So, as we have seen for the first researcher, who is Susanna McMahon, she says that so to it is to have a certain image of the world, okay, that allows us to know ourselves and to take care of ourselves, okay. So here, being self-confident. So I am just dictating to you, okay. So you start writing, please now. Being self-confident allows us, being self-confident
Can
allows
you
us.
hear me, madam?
Yes, Najis, I'm hearing you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking now. I'm dictating, okay?
Alhamdulillah. Mikro.
So for the moment you can okay, so you make sure that you put your microphones off for the moment, okay, just
Okay.
so that I can dictate. I repeat, so being self-confident allows us to know ourselves, allows us to know ourselves and to take care of ourselves, okay. So, for the idea to know ourselves, what does it mean? So here you can put you can open a parenthesis to know our needs, our desires, our likes, our dislikes, our objectives, our weaknesses, and our strengths. Our weaknesses and our strengths. So I will repeat this sentence. So being self-confident allows us to know ourselves. So what does it mean? You can open the parenthesis, our likes and dislikes, our desires, our objectives, our needs, our objectives, I have already said it, and our weaknesses and our strengths. Okay? And then for the idea to take care of ourselves, like what? You open the parenthesis, like to um, know how to manage our emotions. Okay? To know how to manage our emotions. I will give an example so you can close the parenthesis. The example is, for example, whenever I am angry, huh, I am capable of knowing what made me feel that way. Okay? Was it the gesture of my friend? Was it the look? Was it the fact that he did not answer me when I asked a question? Was it the tone of the voice? And then I can play on it next time. Next time I will say, okay, he used this tone of the voice. I am making sure now if he uses the same again, I will ask him, please, why do you use this tone of the voice? So that I am sure that I am not in the reaction, okay, of my emotion as I am angry. I will ask for further information, okay? So to manage one's emotions is very important. I give another example. Like nowadays, we can feel a little bit down by what is happening. We're not having face-to-face classrooms. We cannot go out after 8 in the afternoon, 8 o'clock in the evening. So there are so many people who maybe are passing away, and in that case, I will say to myself, what could cheer me up? So if I could put some music on, if I can dance, if I like painting, if I can go for a walk, if I can go with my pet in nature, okay? So all of these things will help me to extract myself from the emotion of being a little bit sad and to be more joyful, okay? So I'm no longer in the reaction of the outside triggering elements of sadness or of anger, but I really manage my emotions and I know how to decide in which mood I will be. Okay, this is very important. And then what do we have? We have the definition of Mary Welford when she says that it is about being aware of when we are struggling and having the strength to commit to doing something about it. This is like the examples I have given. Okay. So if I am struggling with my objective, which is, for example, to carry on with my studies at home, and I could not find this motivation, this inner motivation, I would know, for example, if I talk with my mom, she will tell me, you know, that it's just a period of time and then things will go better in the future. And I'm very confident in you. Okay. So I know who is the person that will help me have this courage and have this motivation to carry on even when I'm not very good. Okay. And then we have this definition of Annelie Rufus, who asserts that self confidence involves self respect and having the courage to tell the truth about who you are, what you like, and what you believe. Okay. So here we can add being self confident means, so you write down the sentence, please. Being self confident also means that we respect ourselves. Being self confident, I repeat, also means that we respect ourselves. What does it mean, we respect ourselves? That means that whenever I feel the need of something, like the need for rest, for example, I will respond to this need. Whenever I feel the need to, for example, to play I don't know, to, for example, to go for a workout, to the gym. So I know that I will try to manage my time in order to get this 1 hour free when I will go to the gym club. Okay. So I need to answer my own needs before I could answer the needs of others. Okay. So I need to be here for myself first. And then if I have enough time, I will help the others. So this third definition has added the idea that being a self-confident person involves that I have self-respect for myself. Okay. So, and then to have the courage to tell the truth about myself, it means here, as we have talked in the beginning of this session, about the idea of our own strengths and our own weaknesses. So the fact that I acknowledge my weaknesses, I know, for example, that I need to make more efforts to know how to manage my anger, so that I don't react in an aggressive manner with my voice or with my gestures, with my, it could be while I am discussing with my mom or with my brother or with a friend. Okay. So if I know this weakness, I can work on it. So here I am being true towards myself. Okay. So I don't remember who was reading. Was it Najas? Who was reading for us?
Can I
She,
read, madam?
okay, Najas, if you want, yes. Okay. Self confidence.
Self confidence, then, is the courage to know yourself, believe in yourself, and act on your beliefs. A definition of self confidence is a positive feeling about oneself and the world that leads to courageous actions born out of a sense of self respect. The
So I'm
above,
just here, just 1 second, and then you can carry on. So here, please, you write down this sentence, which is very important. Okay. So being a self-confident, being self-confident means that we have a positive perception. Me being self-confident means that we have a positive perception about the world, about the world and ourselves, about the world and ourselves. And this will help us, and this will help us to have courageous actions, and this will help us to have courageous actions in order to reach our goals. In order to reach our goals. I'm repeating this sentence for the last time. So, being self confident means that we have a positive perception about the world and ourselves, and this will help us have courageous actions in order to reach our objectives. Okay? Is that okay for everyone?
yes,
Yes? Okay. So carry on, please, Najas.
the above,
Montaj, do you have any question, Montaj? Yeah. A positive perception. I will spell this term P E R Perception. Okay, is that clear? Yes. So image, huh? It is a synonym to the term image, Montaj. Huh? Thank you for your question. Okay. So Najas, could you carry on, please?
the above definition explains what self confidence is. These examples illustrate what self confidence can look like. Self confidence means valuing yourself for who you are, regardless of the blunders you make, the type of work you do or don't do, etc. Feeling good about yourself, feeling worthy despite imperfections, being courageous enough to stand up for yourself and be assertive, knowing that you are worthy of others' respect and friendship, knowing and accepting the whole of you, both your strengths and your weaknesses.
Okay,
Self
so you see that
confidence definition.
just 1 second, just 1 second, Najis, please. So you see that there are so many advantages on building or improving our self-confidence. Okay, so of course, all of us at some time in our lives, we would feel that we are down, that we are belittling ourselves. It's normal. Okay, but the fact that I know my strengths, for example, I can rely upon these ideas whenever I feel that I doubt myself. Okay, so here through this course today, we will learn how we can improve self confidence because it is not a static thing. Okay, so it is always changing. Sometimes it will go down and sometimes it will go up. Okay, so it's normal, huh? So we accept this idea, but we will have some tips on how to improve our self confidence. So whenever we have a self confident personality, we are more capable of confronting our obstacles in life, on confronting our problems. Okay, carry on, please, Najas.
Self confidence definition. What self confidence is not. To better understand what self confidence is, it's helpful to know what self confidence is not. Self confidence is not believing that you're perfect or thinking that you should be perfect, holding yourself to unrealistic expectations and standards, living a life free of problems, pain, and difficulty. But self confidence does help you cope with life's problems, pain, and difficulties. being selfish, quite the opposite. For when you're confident is who you are and what you can do, you're more likely to reach out and to connect with others.
Okay.
Is
So
self
now
confidence the same? Oh,
just 1 second, Nargis. Now I am asking you for all the group, of course. Huh? So, what is the point that attracts your attention? Whether it is in the features of the person who is self-confident, that means the first list, like valuing yourself on who you are, feeling good about yourself, or the points of the person who is not self-confident, like believing that you're perfect, or thinking that you should be perfect, or holding yourself to unrealistic expectations. Okay. So what do you think? Is there any point that triggers your attention and you would like to talk about it? We can start by you, Najis, if you want. Is there anything that triggers your attention here?
we should think that being self confident is knowing that you are imperfectly perfect, which means you should accept your imperfections in order to improve and to be better.
Exactly. So this is very important because maybe in our general conception of the image of someone who is self-confident is that he or she may be a perfect person, but we already know that all of us have their own faults and their own feeble parts. Okay, so the fact that I know that I'm not perfect, of course it will give me this opportunity to better myself and to work on my weaknesses. Okay, but for example yes, Mu'taz, tell me. Exactly, yes. Yes. So here, because normally we could exceed the self-confidence to be too arrogant. Okay, so we must have this idea of boundaries, huh? To which extent I can be self-confident. Okay, and also the point that was mentioned by your friend is that whenever I know that I am not perfect, I will more easily accept the errors of the others. Okay. So, Huma, would you like to say something?
Yes, Miss, about the second point of high expectation and standards, I think that is an important point because we live in the century of that we are like there are some beauty standards that if you don't follow or you are not in it, you are excluded from the society. So I think that self-confidence is really about accepting there are so many standards and other and we can have other expectations than others so, and then other people.
Yes, it's very important. Why? Because you will see in the next paragraph how we have this example of Facebook and of Instagram who are influencing our way of perceiving ourselves. So our own image is always compared to the image of others, and we tend to forget that the image vehicled by Instagram or Facebook, it is a fake image. Huh? So we know that in real life, when we look at our friends, sometimes they do not look at all like their profile picture. Yes or no? What do you think?
Yes,
Yes,
that's so
Uh,
nice.
So these are fake perfect people. Okay, so all of us we need to embrace our imperfection. Okay, so Malik or Malek, would you like to say
yeah,
something?
Miss,
Malek.
about the beauty standards which
Mm-hmm.
are existing nowadays. If like these beauty standards, like if I feel uncomfortable with it or doesn't fit me, I think I must create my own beauty standards.
And
You
of
see?
course, I'm okay with that. But the idea also that in real life, when we are we encounter people, it's true that at first we are attracted by the external beauty. Okay, so this may seem a little bit too romantic, but really, with time, when you know the person, you know that there is something that is shining from within. So really we need to know that we are not only bodies, we are
Yeah.
even not only thoughts, our mental thoughts. There is something else. Okay,
Yeah.
so there is a divine part in us that is that would stay forever, that would stay eternal. Okay, so we come from dust and we will go to dust. So our body is important, our health is important. We must, if we like for ourselves to better our external image, it's very good also for self confidence, but it's not all about this. Yes, do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very
Yes.
much. So we will carry on
Mrs.
with
I
the
want to
reading.
say something.
Of course, Najis, yes.
Uh, I feel like people nowadays don't forget themselves for their mistakes, and I
Hmm.
think that we should forgive ourselves because our mistakes are the first step of success. We should forgive each other, and we should forgive ourselves for our mistakes and say it's okay. I made a mistake, and it's okay. I Do you get my point?
Exactly, and we will be speaking about this. Really, the secret behind success. If you read some books on personal development, you would see. For example, I was reading a book about Honda. The one who has created the Honda car. Okay, so the book is by Anthony Robbins. Okay, so he has given this example of this person who has really struggled so many times in order to get his project. Okay, so it's not easy, and the fact that experience, what is experience? It is a sum of failures, and then we take the lessons from our failures. This is how we can
Step
improve.
by step.
Step by step, and we need to forgive ourselves first, of course, so that we can so the great advan I couldn't read the message, sorry. So we need, of course, to forgive ourselves, and we need to ask the question, what is the lesson? Sometime whenever we get the feeling of failure, what is the lesson? And if we really take the lesson into account, okay, so we consider this lesson, we certainly will grow with time. Okay, so then just could you carry on, please, with the reading?
Yes. Is self confidence the same as self esteem? Self confidence and self esteem are very similar, but not quite identical terms. Self confidence can be defined as positive feelings about self and world that impact someone's actions. Self esteem is sometimes described as the degree to which someone values him or herself. There's also a concept known as self if um, how to spell
Efficacy.
it, Miss?
Efficacy.
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 Self efficacy is someone's belief in her ability to accomplish something. These three concepts aren't identical to each other. However, they are closely related. Self esteem emphasizes someone's feelings about herself. Self efficacy emphasizes the degree to which someone believes she can do something. Self confidence, with its emph- emphasis
Emphasis.
on both acceptance of someone's whole self and how she acts in the world because of it, is perhaps a perfect merging of self esteem and self efficacy.
So please, thank you very
The
much,
meaning.
Najis. Thank you.
Could I
And
read?
I will. Okay, Nada, you will read, but not for the moment. I have to dictate the definitions of these terms, okay? And then you will read next, Nadea. So please, could you put your, thank you very much. It's okay. So I need you to write down, please, these technical terms definitions, okay? So we will start by self-confidence. Okay, so self-confidence is having a positive feeling. It really resembles the definition that we have already written, but it's okay. Yeah, self-confidence is having a positive feeling about self and world, about self and world that impact someone's actions, that impact someone's actions. So I will explain this, so you don't write what I'm saying now. So here the idea is that I know self and world, and world. So I am just dictating the two first lines of this paragraph. Okay. So Najos, please, could you put your microphone off for the moment? Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. It's okay. So what I was saying is that the idea that if I consider myself as a person, a good person, okay, this also will impact my perception and my image towards the world outside me. So I will have faith in the world, and I will see that it is a beautiful place to live. Okay, and these two feelings, two positive feelings about myself and the world, will also have an impact on my capability of doing things. Okay, so if I feel that I am a strong, independent woman, that I am intelligent, that I am a hardworking person, okay, all of this would, of course, motivate me to reach every goal I put into action. Okay, so these three technical terms are linked together, are correlated. So we have already seen now the definition of self-confidence. So now I will give you the definition of self-esteem. Okay, so self-esteem is the degree to which someone values himself or herself. So I repeat, self-esteem is the degree to which someone values himself or herself. So here, the person, how she values herself. I am a precious person for myself first. I am a good person. I am intelligent. This is self-esteem. Okay. If and here, how do you know that the person has a good self-esteem or not? You can listen to your what we call self-talk. Okay, self-talk, SELF/TALK. Okay, so if whenever I am silent and the voice in my head keep on saying you are a loser, you are lazy, and you will never succeed in this exam. Okay, so I know that I need to work on my self-talk. huh? So what I can do in that case, I can write down some what we call positive affirmations, des affirmations positives. Like, for example, I will succeed in the baccalaureate exam, or I will succeed in this semester exam. Okay, or and then I each day, for example, in the morning and before I go to sleep, I read these sentences 10 times with aloud, with a strong voice. Okay, and the second thing, of course, to do is to put this into action. I will set what we call an action plan. It means what are the steps that will drive me into to success. Okay, so I need, for example, to work on a regular basis on revision at home. Okay, so I will set, for example, 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon to work on my exam. Okay, so I have put into action this objective. Okay, and then what do we have? So what is missing is self-efficacy. So please, you write this definition. Self-efficacy is to believe that I am able to accomplish something. Self-efficacy is to believe that I am able to accomplish something. So the big difference here is self-confidence can is what we call the umbrella term. So it is broader, it is bigger than self-esteem and self-efficacy. Okay, but whenever we are self-confident, it means that we have self-esteem and we have this feeling of self-efficacy. Okay, so self-esteem has to do with the value. Self-confidence has to do with this positive image of myself and the world, and then it gives me the capability of doing positive actions. Okay, it has to do with being self-confidence, uh, and self-efficacy has to do with doing. This is the big difference, huh? Self-efficacy has to do with what am I capable of doing. Self-confidence is something inner in me, huh? It's being. I am self-confident to be. Okay, so is there any other? There was, I don't remember who was ready to read the next paragraph. Someone else, please.
Yes, me.
It's Nade. Okay, thank you, Nade.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. The meaning of self-confidence, a quality of life issue. How important is it for someone to develop self-confidence? The central issue relates to the quality of life. Confidence influences the life someone creates for herself. A lack of self-confidence negatively impacts someone's quality of life. Having little self-confidence creates feelings of self-doubt, unworthiness, inferiority to others, apathy, loss of enjoyment, anxiety, depression, and other mental health challenges.
Okay, just 1 second, please. So you see that we really have to improve our self-confidence in order to avoid self-doubt. Do you know the term unworthiness?
Yes,
Yes. Could you define it for your friend, please? Yes.
It's like
uh,
you are not worthy anymore. Or
Exactly. So, as if, for example, I do not deserve the love of others. Okay. So I do not deserve something beautiful that happens to me. This is to be unworthy of something which is positive. Okay. So it has to do, of course, with self-doubt. So inferiority to others. Whenever I compare myself to others, oh, she's more intelligent, she's more beautiful. Their life is really more interesting than mine. And apathy, do you know this term, apathy? So apathy it means that
Yes.
yeah, Ruhuma, you know it?
Yeah, not having sympathy for ourselves, I think.
No,
Apathy, it is a
lack
something else.
of
Manal.
emotion,
Apathy, yes, and also lack of movement. I
of
am staying,
motivation.
yes, and I am staying here. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to do anything. Okay, it's just the opposite of to be in move. Okay, I'm apathetic. Okay, I don't want anything. As if I were not living. Okay, so loss of enjoyment is a clear anxiety, depression, and mental health challenges. But of course, you need to think that everyone can have a moment of self-doubt, of feeling inferior to others, or feeling a loss of enjoyment. So do not really be afraid of that. The first thing to do whenever we feel that we have some self-doubt or some negative feeling is just to accept this. Whenever I ignore something, as if I was magnifying it, making it bigger than it is. So the first thing to do, okay, today I'm not feeling very good. I'm accepting this, but what can I do in order to change this emotion? Maybe some just a comic film that I love and I know I will enjoy watching it, okay? Or I go to the garden for some moment, or I will be with my pet and I feeling better, okay? So just accept that sometimes we're not okay. Um, was Nader reading? I don't remember who was
yes,
it. Yes,
yes.
please, Nader, go, carry on.
Okay. In contrast, self confidence creates awareness of strengths, limitations, and how live your life with both. Acceptance of one's faults, the realization that perfectionism is neither possible nor desirable, a feeling of being complete, a sense of inner peace, an experience of balance between one's strengths and weaknesses, the ability to create and experience happiness. Uh,
Okay. Yes, carry on, please. Yes.
Okay, confidence is experiencing genuinely positive feelings about yourself while accepting your faults and foibles. A definition of self confidence is acting assertively because you believe in your inherent worth. Self confidence means that even when you don't like things about yourself, you love your whole self.
So we have already seen this. So to accept that we have also weaknesses. So the fact that we accept that, we can improve them. This is very important. So we accept ourselves and love ourselves as a whole self. Okay. So it's all a question of balance between uh, our weaknesses and our strengths, our likes and our dislikes. Okay. So thank you very much, Nade. Could any other one carry
I
on with the reading?
Can I read? Can I read?
can
So,
I read?
Najla will start for the moment, and then Melek will read the paragraph after. Okay.
Okay.
So Najla, please. Yes, please.
Tips to
Najla.
build and improve self confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Stop comparing yourself to others. Whether you compare how you look to your friends on Facebook or you compare your salary to your friend's income, comparisons aren't healthy. In fact, a 2018 study published in Personality and Individual Differences found a direct link between envy and the way you feel about yourself. Researchers found that people who compared themselves to others experienced envy, and the more envy they experienced, the worse they felt about themselves. It can be a vicious cycle. Pay attention to times when you compare your wealth, possessions, skills, achievements, and attributes. Thinking that one other people are better or have more will erode your confidence in yourself. When you notice you are drawing comparisons, remind yourself that doing so isn't helpful. Everyone is running their own race, and life isn't a competition.
Thank you very much. Najla, just 1 second, and then you can keep on reading. I need to say something about this. We already said that Facebook or Instagram or all these new technological media, as if they were pushing us towards this comparison. So pay attention that the images that you are seeing are not real images. They are fake ones. So every one of us will tend unconsciously to embellish our lives on media so that whenever we have a real problem or we don't feel okay, we don't mention it on Facebook or on Instagram, generally speaking. Okay. So make sure that every one of us has the bright side of their lives, but also has a dark side that you may never know about it. Okay. This is number one. What I wanted to say is sometimes the comparison is a good thing. Why? Sometimes I would say, oh, my friend managed, for example, to succeed in PhD. Okay, so she got the PhD degree. I could ask her. I could I could how can I say the word? I could take her as a model, okay, of success. Huh? And then I will ask her what she really did in order to succeed. What was the basic daily routines that helped her get this objective? Okay, in that case, or I can modelize, I don't know, an actor or a star or an author. So I would look for information how he managed his time in order to write this book, for example. So here I need to compare his life and mine so that I can succeed as he could, of course, could also succeed for himself. Okay, so let's move to take care of your body. Please, Najla, carry on. Yes.
Take care of your body. It's hard to feel good about yourself if you're abusing your body. Skipping on sleep, eating an unhealthy diet, and refraining from exercise will take a toll on your well being. Studies consistently show physical activity boosts confidence. A 2016 study published in Neuropsychiatric in Neuropsychiatric
Mm,
Disease Treatment
exactly. It is neuropsychiatric. Neuropsychiatric. Yes.
This and treatment found that regular physical activity improved participants' body image, and when their body image improved, they felt more confident. Make self care a priority when you're feeling at your best physically, you'll naturally feel more confident about yourself.
I need to say something about that. About this, we have already said that external beauty is not everything, but it could also help us feel more self-confident. So it does not mean that I will have this perfect body as an international top model, but of course, maybe I need to get this feeling of improvement. So I would like to build a better, for example, a better a physical image. Okay, so I need to work on that. So if I have a wish, of course, I need to have an action plan. So here you could write, please, for all of you. So you take your pen and your sheet of paper. So self-care, we should make self-care a priority in our lives. We should make self-care a priority in our lives in order to improve self-confidence. In order to improve self-confidence. Full point. Actually, you know how to write actually, or shall I spell it
Yes,
for you?
yes, we do.
Okay, okay. Actually, at the end, of course, the double Ly. Actually,
Mrs.
research. Yes,
In
Nadine.
order to work,
In order to improve self-confidence.
okay,
In order
thanks.
to improve, you're right. In order to improve self-confidence. Actually, um, research has proven, actually, research has proven that when we are feeling at our best physically, you can just follow the last line. I am making some small changes in the last line. Actually, research has proven that when we are feeling at our best physically, that when we are feeling at our best physically, we will we will naturally feel more confident about ourselves. We will naturally feel more confident about ourselves. Okay, so is there anyone else, please, who would like to keep on with the reading? Yes,
Me?
someone else? Melek,
Me?
please.
Okay.
So Melek
Uh,
will read, and then Nurhuma will read after her. Okay, so we will start by Melek. All the other ones, you put please your microphones off. Huh? Yes, Melek, please. I'm listening to you.
Third, practice self compassion. Self compassion involves treating yourself with kindness when you make a mistake, fail, or experience a setback. Speaking to yourself harshly won't motivate you to do better. In fact, studies show it tends to have the opposite effect. In
Mhm.
2009, study published in the Journal of Personality found that self-compassion contributes to more consistent confidence. 5, thinking everyone messes up sometimes, as opposite to I'm so stupid, I ruined everything, can help you feel good even if you if even if when you don't perform as well as you hoped. Rather than beat yourself up or call yourself name, try speaking to yourself like you talk to a trusted friend. Cut yourself some slack, laugh at yourself, and remind yourself that no one is perfect. Self
Okay,
compassion
Melek,
exercise.
just thank you very much, Melek. I
You're
need to
welcome.
say something.
Okay.
Okay, could you put your microphone off, please, Melek? Thank you. So here we have already talked about the importance of self-talk. Okay, so here, please, you write something about that. Okay, so you take your sheet of paper and your pen. Okay, so so we can say moreover or added to that, moreover, we need to be self-compassionate. Moreover, we need to be self-compassionate. So in front of you, you have the noun compassion. You add ate, okay? So we have the adjective compassionate. So moreover, we need to be self-compassionate. Full point. It means that we have to treat ourselves. It means that we have to treat ourselves with kindness, with kindness whenever we make a mistake. Whenever we make a mistake. Please, if I go very rapidly or if you miss a word, you can use your microphone and
Means the
I will
what?
repeat. Huh? Nade?
It means the what?
Uh,
Compassion means the
I don't remember what I have said. So,
Miss,
to be self-compassionate, it means that we treat ourselves with kindness. Huh? So I am just paraphrasing the first sentence. Huh? Okay. So to be self-compassionate means that we treat ourselves with kindness when we make a mistake. Okay.
okay, thanks.
You're welcome. When we make a mistake, fail, or experience a setback. When we make a mistake, comma, fail, or experience a setback. Okay, so we have to be careful. We have to be careful about self-talk, about self-talk. For example, as opposed to the term I'm so stupid, I'm so stupid, I ruined everything. For instance, as an example, I'm so stupid. Instead of saying I'm so stupid, I ruined everything, I am just dictating the second paragraph under practice self-compassion. So I repeat, for instance, instead of saying I'm so stupid, I ruined everything, I can say I will learn from my mistakes. I will learn from my mistakes. And I will take the lesson. I will take the lesson. I will learn from my mistake and I will take the lesson in order to perform better next time. In order to perform better next time. Is that clear for everyone? Is there anyone who missed something or did not get something till now? You can use your microphone. Yes, Melek. Is that okay?
no, yes,
Yes. Okay.
yes, yes.
So there was someone else who would like to read. I don't remember the name.
It's me, Mshkit.
Okay, Mishket. Yes, please carry on.
Embrace self-doubt. Sometimes people put off doing things like inviting someone on a date or applying for a promotion until they feel more confident. But sometimes the best way to gain confidence is by doing. Practice facing some of your fears that stem from a lack of self-confidence. If you are afraid you will embarrass yourself or you think that you are going to mess up, try it anyway. That doesn't mean you shouldn't prepare or practice, of course. If you have a big speech coming up, practice in front of your friends and family so you will gain some confidence. But don't wait until you feel 100% confident before you proceed. You might never get there. Embracing a little self-doubt might actually help you perform better. A 2009 study
And
published
then,
in and then study published in Psychology of Sport and Exercise found that athletes who embraced their self-doubt outperformed athletes who were 100% confident in themselves.
thank you very much, Mishket. So here we just say that we need to embrace self-doubt. So you can write this sentence. We need to embrace self-doubt. What do we mean by this? It means that that we don't have to be at what 100% ready to do something, but of course we need to be ready to do it. So if we are at 80 or 90% ready, it's okay. But this little feeling of having self-doubt, sometimes it can motivate us to go further, okay, and to move ahead, of course. So here the idea is not to be doubting at all the time. Sometimes it is good to feel this self doubt so that we can prepare ourselves more in order to succeed. So the tip here is to prepare oneself um, harder so that we gain this feeling of self confidence, because our own actions of every day will build self confidence. It's not only in words. It's important to put into actions and to prepare oneself for exams, for every objective that we put in our lives, or to, for example, when we are on a diet, or when we decide to get to have a physical activity 3 times a week, we need to stick to our decisions and to put words into actions. This is very important. And of course, our actions will foster and will improve our feeling of being self-confident. Okay, so self-confidence comes from actions. This is very important to say. Yeah, okay. Is there anyone else who would like to finish 5 and 6 paragraphs for us? Thank you, Mishkate. And someone else, please, who would like to read? If no one would like to read, Mishkate could carry on. Huh? I
Okay, I
am
will.
Mishkate, right? Yes, please.
Uh,
Thank you. Yes.
Perform behavioral experiments. When your brain tells you that you have no business speaking up in a meeting or that you are too out of shape to work out, remind yourself that your thoughts aren't always accurate. And sometimes the
Accurate.
best
Take your time, little bit, Mishkate. Take your time
okay,
while you talk. Okay? Thank you. Yes.
and sometimes the best way to deal with negative self-talk is by challenging those statements. Try doing things that your brain tells you that you can't. Tell yourself it's just an experiment and see what happens. You might learn that being a little anxious or making a few mistakes isn't as bad as you thought. And each time you move forward, you can gain more confidence in yourself.
Okay. So just one word for this. So here it is very important, as if I were challenging this self-talk. So my mind tells me, for example, Sana, you're not capable to to get this habit of practicing sport 3 times a week. Okay, I will say to myself, okay, I challenge you. I start from this week, and I will go, for example, to work out on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. Okay, so after 3 or 4 weeks, and then I see that I am really being here always. We should build habits. This is very important. Your friend have said it. I think the name is Ma'amr, if I'm okay. So here it's very important. Whenever I would like to set a change in my life, a change comes from building a new habit. So if I keep on going 3 times a week to the gym club, the first week, the second, the third month, and then I see that I have really challenged this negative self-talk, and now I am proving myself that I was I was wrong. Okay, that I really could be a regular sporting type person. Okay, so here uh, perform behavioral experiments. So you write this down, please, and then 2 points. What does it mean to perform behavioral experiments? It is to know how to deal with negative self talk, to know how to deal with negative self talk by challenging them, by challenging it, sorry, to know how to deal with negative self talk by challenging it. Example, example of negative talk. So you put between hyphens, okay? I am too out of shape to work out. I am So I am dictating the second line. I am too out of shape to work out. Okay. So and I close the hyphens. Okay. So how can I change it? So I set a habit by setting a habit of I set a new habit of practicing sport 3 times a week. Of practicing sport 3 times a week. And then full point. Okay. So I repeat what you need to write down. Perform behavioral experiments. And then we explain what do we mean by perform behavioral experiments. It is to deal with negative self-talk by challenging it. And I gave the example of a negative self-talk between hyphens. You write, I am too out of shape to work out. And then you close the hyphens. And then what do? We put into action, we build a new habit of going to the sport the sport club 3 times a week. And then we, by doing this, we have challenged this negative self-talk, and we have proved that we are capable of being in shape. Okay. So, Mishket, could you carry on with the reading?
Yes, just a moment. Focus on your strength. When we focus on our strength, we become actually aware of our skills, talents, and good qualities. We can recognize that we have a lot to contribute to an employer, our community, and our family. When we focus on our strength, we feel proud of ourselves. We grow in confidence. We feel empowered to take advantage of opportunities.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mishket. So I would like also to finish by this sentence. Okay, focus on your strengths or focus on our strengths. Okay, you write this down, please. Focus on our strengths. Whenever we are down, whenever we are down, we have this tendency. We have this tendency to forget that we have our own strengths. We have this tendency to forget that we have our own strengths. Listing our strengths will help us get through critical periods of time. Listing our strengths will help us go through critical periods of time. This list will foster our self-confidence. This list will foster, F-O-S-T-E-R, our self-confidence and would make us feel empowered to take advantage of life opportunities, to take advantage of life opportunities. Is that clear for everyone? Do you have any question or shall I repeat what I was saying? If it's the case, you can put your microphone on. Huh? Okay. Okay. So please,
Please repeat.
yes, Mishka,
I'm
tell
sorry.
me.
Can you please repeat the first part?
The first part, what did I say? So I said that we are talking about focus on our strengths, yes? So focusing on our strengths will help us get through critical periods of times. Okay. So, and I said when we feel down, we have this tendency to forget that we have our own strengths. When we feel down, we have this tendency to forget that we have our own strengths. So here, putting on a list, listing our strengths will help us foster our self-confidence and would make us feel empowered to take advantage of life opportunities and would make us feel empowered to take advantage of life opportunities. So now I am asking one of you or some of you to just give me one of her strengths. So by doing this, you would acknowledge that you have your own strengths, and this is very important. Who would like to start? Yes, please. Nada
Uh,
or Melek. Okay, yes, Melek.
I don't know how to say it, but like it's like I always ignore prejudges. Y-
Prejudgments. Okay, so you
Yeah.
know why we don't have this possibility of speaking very easily about our strengths, because in our culture in Tunisia, we are ashamed to talk about this. We have this tendency to say, okay, to talk very easily about our weaknesses, but not our strengths. We need to change this. Okay, we need
Yes.
to build our own self confidence, and knowing that I am strong, for example, even at cooking. Okay, this is a
Yeah.
strength. Huh? This is very
I'm good
important.
at cooking.
And you see, this is very important, because, for example, for the students who go abroad, their real problems is in daily life. So if they are not well organized, if they do not know how to make their home neat, okay, if they do not know how to take care of themselves, this is a real obstacle. You see, so knowing to cook, for example, and knowing to make a meal tasty is an art. So this is very important. Huh?
Yes.
Ha- Only having have, why are you laughing, Malek?
It's like one of my strengths. So yeah, I feel uh you see,
Proud. See, you feel
yeah,
proud
I'm
of
so
yourself.
proud. You see, like not all the girls nowadays know how to cook, and me, I'm exceptional. So you see, I feel so proud that it's like this.
You should be proud of that. Okay, so being how can I say, so for example, knowing how to solve problems for oneself and the others, knowing how to listen to others, it's very important. Being empathetic whenever you feel that one of your friends is sad, you feel empathy, and you ask you can offer her your help. So all of these are very important elements in our lives. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
what we call emotional intelligence, huh? And all of our course will be about emotional intelligence. Okay, is there any other one who would tell us about her or his strength? Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes, Najas, we are hearing you.
When I was young, I was fat, and everyone made fun of me and said, "You will never be fit, you will never be beautiful." But I
Yes.
ignored everyone, and when I started to go to the gym and I set a goal, I need to lose weight. In
Yes.
8 months, I lost about 30 kilos, which
Oh, this is
was uh,
wow.
which was
This is huge. Yeah.
yes, it's the best thing that ever happened to me
and
because
and it
I
is it
felt
is out of a very fighter. Exactly, Melek said Najis is a fighter. I'm very impressed, because
thank
you will be the witness that whenever there is a will, there is a way, huh? So
yes,
whenever
I
we want
always kept
to
saying that, and I ignored everyone. They said you will never be capable of being beautiful, and they said I didn't go to the gym, and they started telling stories about me, and
and
I
you believed
ignored
in yourself,
everything.
huh? And you
Yes,
believed in yourself, and you
and
ignored the others hurtful remarks. Yes.
the reason
Yes.
why I find myself strong, that I loved myself with all my imperfections. I loved
But
myself when I am slim and I am fat. I love
I,
myself.
I'm
This is
very
me.
I am I'm very happy for you. But what
Thank
is important also, Najas, is to say that I am sure you were always beautiful, even with 30 kilos more than today. Okay, so feeling beautiful, it has to do with the external beauty, but it has also to do with something, with the image of yourself that you have inside, and that will be shown to the world. Okay, so keep
yes.
on
I think the
shining,
most
Najas.
thank you. Thanks. I think that the most important thing is that you feel comfortable in your skin.
Exactly, exactly. This is very important. So very good. So there was another male person who wanted to talk. I think I saw the microphone on. I don't remember the name. Who is there? Anyone else? Yes.
Uh, Miss.
Melek, we have already heard you. I'm sorry, there was someone else. Who
Yeah.
wanted
Okay.
to say something?
It was me.
May, you would like to say something? Yes, please.
Um,
Yes.
yes. Um, I am someone who can build good relationships.
I'm not hearing you. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I said I'm someone who can build good relationships, and I'm
This is this is very important. So this is what we call how do I say the word? It is intelligence in know social intelligence, huh? To know
flexible.
how to build good relationships. Very good. Yes, this is what we will be seeing to how to foster relationships with others. And I have also said that being capable of listening to others would help us also build good relationships. Okay, who would like to be the last one who would intervene in our session today? Yes, is there anyone else who would want to say
Yes.
something? Yes, Manar, please. Yes.
I think I'm pretty honest.
Yes,
Maybe
with yourself or with the others?
with the others, maybe people think that's rude,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to say the truth.
Okay. So what do you think? But maybe some people would think that some of your words may seem a little bit rude. What can you do about this? You can always say truth, but maybe by changing
Ma-
what?
Changing the words that I use.
Exactly, exactly. So it is a very rare quality nowadays to be true about oneself and the others. And I really like this quality. So here, if you see that maybe some people would not accept this truth, maybe the fact that you choose a certain tone of the voice and you choose certain other synonyms so that this truth would be more accepted. Okay, and what I advise you is to put what this is what we call a feedback. Okay, so whenever I am with someone and I want to make a remark, my remark would be called a feedback. So what I advise you to do is to put this feedback as if it were in a sandwich. So what do you do? For example, I would say when you talk to one of your friends, for example, Selma, I know that you are really very kind-hearted. So you start by saying something positive, and then you put what you want to say about your truth. But sometimes I feel a little bit that maybe your terms are harsh. So this is your truth. And then you finish by something positive. And I know that we will always be good friends because I really like your company. Did you
Of
get it,
course.
Manar, the
Yeah,
idea?
yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Okay, so this is what we call a sandwich feedback. Huh? So you start by something positive, and then you put the truth that you want to say, the something to ameliorate. Okay, and then I get super sensitive sometimes. Okay, and then you finish, and then you finish by the positive feedback. Thank you, Manar.
Okay, thank you.
So the person who has written to us now a comment, she can of course take the microphone on. Huh? Okay, I don't remember the name. Was it? Who, is there anyone else who would like to say something? We are all here to hear. Okay, so yes, Malek, you would like to add
But
something?
it's me who wrote the comment. I
Okay,
get super
because
sensitive.
I had another name. That's why I got
Oh,
another
okay.
name. Okay, so what did you want to say, Malek?
So I don't know if can we consider being super sensitive a weakness? Maybe.
Uh,
I
what
don't think.
type of super sensitive a weakness? It will depend on you,
Or
you see, for
situation.
example, for it will depend on the context. You see, for the artistic people, okay, in art, we need to be super sensitive, huh? So that we express our sensitivity in a painting, in a dance, in music, and you see. So this is very important. When we are super sensitive with the others in our relationships, we need to be more self-confident, so that the outer world would not define our reactions. Is it
Yeah.
clear for you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank
I need to know which triggers my super sensitivity. It could be the gesture, it could be the tone, and then I will work on it. I can start by asking the person in front of me. I would say, I see that you have used this tone of the voice. Could you please explain me why? And then he could maybe say, "Oh, I'm really very tired," or "I was thinking about something else." And we see that the person was in his own world and it wasn't about us. Okay? Is that clear,
Okay.
Melek, for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you
Thank you.
very much for all of you. It was really very fun to get this meeting session with you. Hopefully, we will be seeing each other on face to face next week. If not, I will always be here for you. If you have any question, you can send me an email. Of course, you are